Hi, I'm here at the park in Sacramento visiting my favorite and only grand dog Echo, who you just saw. I hope to get away to a wildlife refuge or two while I'm up here. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I can make it to Yolo. Maybe one other I got in mind. We'll find out. Hope you enjoy it. Where are you, Echo? Is that you? Is that you in there? Can't you smile for the camera? She's a little shy. Give me a hard time this weekend. Oh well. Enjoy. Here's a pan across the wetlands at the Yolo Bypass area with the city of Sacramento in the background. Autumn seems to be the best time of year for me to find Wilson snipe, usually at one of the wildlife refuges or wetlands. Here are some shovelers, which seem to be one of the earlier ducks back this year. I'm not sure this guy ever left. Many of our wetlands have pied-billed grebes the whole year round. Probably this is the most common bird in the wetlands today, the American coot. Maybe the red-winged blackbirds, but they're hard to find. Coots, I think, are the most common. Here's a great egret, another year-round resident, making use of the wetlands to catch a little dinner. Here's an interesting buteo. That chest pattern just screams red-shouldered hawk, but that face pattern really makes me think red-tailed. We have a lot of red-tail morphs here, a lot of immatures in the winter. I'm thinking red-tail, despite the banded tail. As you've seen in other videos of mine, black-necked stilts are very common in California, especially in the winter. Sorry for the poor focus, but I still wanted to show this western meadowlark. They move into the marshes in larger numbers in the winter. Another tough focus on these greater yellow legs. They were pretty far, but I still want to put them in. It's fun to watch them poking around in the marsh. It's a little easier to tell this one's a greater yellow legs for sure. You can see the slight upturn on his bill and the two-tone. Plus, they always seem a little lighter around the neck area to me than the lesser yellow legs. This pretty girl was hiding out in the tall marsh grass, but you can tell by the facial disc and the brown color, it's a female harrier. And here she is a little later, finding a new hiding place. This female kestrel didn't hide from me. You can tell she's a female because she's browner and less blue-gray on the back than the males are. This one's a little far off, but I wanted to put it in as it's one of the larger flocks of northern pintail that I've seen in California. They're so pretty. A little hard to tell with this focus at distance, but they're still pretty, trust me. You saw me in the opening with Echo at McKinley Park in Sacramento. Here's a few mourning doves from that outing. The real draw for me at McKinley Park are the wood ducks in the pond. Seems to be the most reliable area I've ever found to find wood ducks. Of course, you can't have a city park pond without a whole bunch of mallards, so here's a whole bunch of mallards. Any self-respecting California city park also needs a big flock of Canada geese. It's a good thing I had Echo with me that morning instead of Buddy. Buddy goes absolutely bananas when he sees a crow. This is a pepper tree native to South America, but fairly common in California. The birds go nuts over these berries in the fall and winter. As evidence, here's a pair of western bluebirds. In fact, there were so many bluebirds there must have been at least 30, maybe 50. It was huge. A few kinglets, yellow rump warblers, and house finches hanging around too. One of these bluebirds seemed to be scouting at a nest hole, maybe for next spring. On the way back to SoCal, I decided to stop off at the San Joaquin River National Wildlife Refuge and spend a few minutes on the Pelican Nature Trail. Here's a view of the area I went hiking in. Lots of birds, heard lots of songs, saw remarkably few. It's funny. This sign on the Pelican Trail implies there's a lot of water around, but late in the fall in California, there's no water around. I do worry a little that the government shutdown has impacted water management efforts, but we'll see. Anyway, today, not much water, lots of bird sounds, but boy, they're all deep in the brush. California does have plenty of house finches, though. Here's a few hanging out in the trees. This is a nice little group of sparrows, both white crowns and golden crowns in here, my first of this winter season. Here's a cute little ruby-crowned kinglet escaping from my camera. Here's a pair of red-tailed hawks that decided to entertain me. At this time of year, I always wonder if it's a pair renewing their pair bond or just a couple getting ready to fly further south for the day. I just got a quick picture of this Cooper's hawk before he decided to take off. No video for him. This California scrub jay kept me under surveillance from quite a distance. Here's one I think of as a yard bird, a black phoebe. I've had these on my porch. No new ones for the year in this video, unfortunately, so I'm not going to update the stats at all. I do have some from the next spot I went, which I'll try to show you next week. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching. Please click that like button and click subscribe if you haven't. Once again, you can get some easier ways to view some of my older videos from some various locations. And I think we're working on a few locations to go next year. So maybe next year will be a fun year too. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again. Bye.